So we have been using HTML since 1990 and CSS since 1994 for designing of web pages, and it has consumed a lot of our time in just coding a single web page. So today I, Anishi Mishra, will tell you an alternative that can be used to do the same work in just seconds of time. So these are the contents which I'll try to cover today. So what does it basically do is that the user has to upload an image, a UI wireframe on the website through the website. Then a custom vision model predicts what HTML elements are present in the image and their location. A handwritten text recognition service reads the text inside the predicted elements. A layout algorithm uses the spatial information from all the bounding boxes of the predicted elements to generate a grid structure that accommodates all elements. Then an HTML generation engine uses all this information to generate HTML markup code reflecting the result. So and now what the user needs to do is he just needs to design the UI wireframe, click a picture and upload it on the Sketch2Code website. Then the Sketch2Code will do its work and you will get your HTML code ready to use. You can download it from the website and run it on your own browser. So what does this software basically does is it first detects the design pattern. Here we have a custom vision model trained to perform object recognition against model trained to perform object recognition against HTML hand-drawn patterns is used to detect meaningful design elements into an image. Then it understands the handwritten text, and each detected element is passed through an text recognition service to extract the handwritten content. Then it understands the structure, the information of the detected objects and their position inside the image is fed into an algorithm that generates the underlying structure. Then it builds the HTML. A valid HTML is generated accordingly to the detected layout containing the detected design elements through this web application. We have computer vision. I'll be discussing some of the terms which I'll be using in telling you about the software. So first is about computer vision. It is a discipline inside artificial intelligence, and it provides an application to see and understand what it is seeing. Then computer vision includes the methods for acquiring, processing and analyzing, understanding digital images and extraction of high dimensional data from the real world in order to produce numerical or symbolic information. Then we come on to object detection. So this is also a computer technology related to computer vision and image processing that deals with detecting instances of semantic objects of a certain class in digital images and video. Then well-researched domains of object detection includes the face detection, pedestrian detection. Object detection has applications in many areas of computer vision, including image retrieval and video surveillance. Every object has its own special features that helps in classifying the class. For example, if you want to identify a circle, so its a special feature is that it is round. For example, when looking for circles, objects that are at particular distance from a point that is the center are sorted. Similarly, when looking for squares, objects that are perpendicular at corners and have equal side lengths are needed. A similar approach is used for identification where eyes, nose and lips can be found, and features like skin color and distance between eyes can also be found using this object detection. So what we'll be using in the software is the RetinaNet, which is RetinaNet comes from the convolutional neural network CNN, which is a type of object detection. It is an algorithm in object detection. And for that we have also RCNN, fast cascade RCNN, then SSD, single shot multibox detector, YOLO, you only look once, then single shot refinement neural network for object detection, refined at RetinaNet we'll be using here. And then we have a deformable convolutional networks. So next I'll talk briefly about RetinaNet. RetinaNet was basically introduced to fill in for the imbalances and inconsistencies of the single shot object detectors like YOLO and SSD while dealing with extreme foreground background classes.
Hello.
So RetinaNet is designed to accommodate focal loss, a method to prevent negative from clouding the detector, and it is used in object detection architecture as it is fast, time efficient method for single stage detection, that is SSD. Then we have optical character recognition. This basically helps us to convert the images to the handwritten text kind of. So is the electronic or mechanical conversion of images of typed handwritten or printed text into machine encoded text, whether from a scanned document, a photo of a document, a scene photo, or a subtitle text from that is superimposed on an image. So then this is about optical character recognition. So to make your website work, these are the input data set you need to upload, and while designing the UI wireframe you need to include these tags. Like you need to design this, like for a link you need to write it like this, for an image you should design like this, for a paragraph like this, and likewise for the other thing. Then for first we have Azure Custom Vision, and this network is built upon a RetinaNet object detection, and this is fast and time efficient method for SSD, single stage detection. This network uses a 50 layer variant of ResNet blocks. Larger ResNet variants were not used as they increased the complexity of the model without enhancing performance. This can be attributed to a limited number of classes and training examples, which means larger models merely added redundant parameters. RetinaNet uses a feature pyramid network to efficiently detect objects at multiple scales and introduce a new loss, focal loss function to elevate the problem of the extreme foreground background class imbalance. Now then we need to convert the different types of document and the scanned papers document to the computer recognizable thing. So for that we have the Microsoft Computer Vision service, and it uses our optical character recognition. Then Azure Blob Storage, it basically stores all the data and everything. All steps involved in HTML generation processes are stored, including the original image, prediction results, and layout grouping information. Then this Azure Blob Storage is Microsoft's object storage solution for the cloud. Blob Storage is optimized for storing massive amounts of unstructured data. Unstructured data is data that doesn't adhere to a particular data model or definition, such as text or binary data. Then we have Azure Function. It serves as the backend point that coordinates the general process by interacting with all the services. Azure Function are an event-driven compute on-demand experience that extends the existing Azure application platform with capabilities to implement code triggered by events occurring in the Azure services, SaaS products, and on-premises systems. Then we have the Azure website. It enables you to upload a new design and get to the output that is the generated HTML. From here you can download your code and use it for further coding. You can use your leftover time in coding the further website. So this kind of output you will be receiving after you upload your website, and you'll also get your HTML code. So I'll tell you about the disadvantages now. You need not code the whole website. You just simply need to upload your design. A lot of your time will be saved as you don't have to code. You can work on more advanced things on a website rather than designing a basic website. Then SKETCH2CODE is a bit more advanced and flexible than Ink2Code, as Ink2Code required the users to use Windows 10 app to sketch their design with a stylus and draws symbols to represent text fields and other specific elements. SKETCH2CODE just needs handwritten image uploaded to the website. Then SKETCH2CODE is a handy software and can be used whenever and by whomsoever. Then some disadvantages: it does not build you mobile apps for you. Then the sketch should be the same as in the dataset for it make out which tag is being used. It builds a simple website. The rest of the coding you have to do it on your own. Then what is the competition in market for this software? So we have ADI coming, artificial design intelligence, and this is also a branch of AI that they say will impact the design process itself. Means you don't need to upload your UI wireframe here. Then ADI uses machine learning to identify the latest and best web design trends and put it together to create a website for you. You also don't need to upload your UI wireframe. Then other giants in DIY web design are also playing around with AI. Both Wix and GoDaddy have introduced a basic website generator already. So in conclusion, the SKETCH2CODE demonstrates we have that we can train a neural network to identify UI elements in hand-drawn sketches. Performance which is affected by the training set can be improved by providing more labeled examples of sketches. While analyzing, we evaluated the model on a set of diverse images. The model learns about the shape of UI components, and after fixing the overlapped components, it gives a final presentation of object, allowing the UI parser to create a platform-specific UI. Well, now even a non-technical background student can have his own website, portfolio built, and a lot more things can be done using this software in just a click of time. So I wish you all the best and happy coding, and make the use of the software as much as you can. Then thank you. Try to stay quarantined and go out if it's necessary.
Thank you, Anishi.
Yes, the web page will be responsive, but it will create just a basic website. It will just include the HTML and CSS part.
Yeah, and it will need the JavaScript queries and the CSS, Bootstrap, etc. to be feeded separate. It will take it from the libraries, right?
Yes.
Interesting thing actually. Is we are designing websites also practically from scratch by pages. You can draw them.
Yes, we can use this if you want.
It's a very interesting topic you covered, Anishi. Thank you for doing that.